Hello, my name is Matthew Phillips, and I did my project on the Padaung tribe. The Kayan are a subgroup of a larger subgroup called the Red Karen. The Red Karen people lived in rural communities called Karen State along the Burma-Thailand border. There are 4 different Kayan subtribes: the Kayan Latha, the Kayan Kongan, the Kayan Kakahau, and the Kayan Lawi, which is also known more commonly as the Padaung. Out of the 4 tribes, the Padaung are one of the smallest and most famous for their breathtaking jewelry. The Padaung's religious views were mostly animism and Buddhism. Animism is the belief that nature is intertwined with the spirits of the gods and the spirits of those who have passed. The Padaung also believed in Christianity and Catholicism. Languages they speak: Thai language and Burmese, which is the language most common in Myanmar, where they lived. The Padaung were indigenous to a place north of Thailand called Myanmar, also known as Burma. In the mid-1900s, the Burma government began modernizing, creating strict rules that threatened the ancient traditions of Padaung tribes. In an effort to save their ancient traditions, about 300 Padaung people became refugees crossing the border into Thailand. Some of the Padaung ancient traditions are playing guitar, which usually is accompanied by singing and dancing. They have many traditional dances, such as the bamboo dance and the rice dance. Some of their most recognized traditions are the neck, leg, and arm rings. The rings around their neck are small in the middle and gradually bigger towards the chin and shoulders. The rings consist of only one long piece of brass that unfolds. Rings are placed on all the traditional Padaung females at the age of 5. For every year she grows older, the bar is taken off and a little bit longer one is put back on. Eventually, this causes them to look like they have a long neck. What is happening to their bodies is the pressure from the rings pushing down on their shoulders causes their ribs and collarbones to move downward, creating the effect of their neck lengthening. In the Padaung tradition, the long neck look from wearing the rings were a sign of beauty, and the copper was a sign of wealth. This was meant to help attract more men for the women to choose from. Some also say the rings were also worn around females' necks to protect them from tigers. Here's a clip of a Padaung woman showing off her neck after wearing it for several years.
Helps her express her feelings.
Well, we never get to see what the neck looks like, so we want to have a look and see how it turns.
Other common features of the Padaung people are their gauged earlobes and their bright colored clothing. Women used looms to weave cotton into blankets and clothing for their families. Traditional clothing for women are a bright colored robe, a colorful headdress, and blue-purple leggings. Traditional clothing for men are a single colored robe. It's common for the females who are still growing up to wear white colored robes. The white color symbolizes not being married. Bright colors other than white show they have found someone to spend the rest of their life with. Also, divorce was rare. Punishment for adultery was removal of the women's neck rings. Because of their poorly developed neck muscles, it was said that this would result in her not being able to stand up without severely hurting her neck. When in fact, they actually have to wash underneath their neck rings every once in a while. So that's like the only time they ever take them off. And when they take them off, they're able to keep their head up and nothing really happens to their neck. So it's more of a myth. What they eat, the padaung are both horticulturalists and pastoralists. Their diet consists of growing corn, pumpkins, tea leaves, and rice. After corn is harvested, it is hung on the ceiling so that it gets smoke from the family fire, and this way birds won't eat their corn. When crops are finished being harvested, they will plant vetiver grass. The vetiver grass has long roots to help aerate and moisten the soil. The women smash the rice in large mortar and pestles to extract the rice from inside their shells. The rice is also used by men to make sato, which is rice liquor. The men drink sato throughout the day to help with soreness and fatigue. Animals like elephants, ducks, chickens, pigs, and cattle are raised for food and labor. A common dish for padaung people is smoked animal meat prepared on an edible leaf with cooked pumpkin. Another thing they like to do is harvest banana stems to cook for themselves and also to feed to their livestock, like pigs. Padaung houses are made up of bamboo and wood. Lumber is carried by hand or by elephants if it's too heavy. Mats are woven for beds, and sometimes beds were covered with mosquito netting. The roofs are made by thatching from dried reeds and palm leaves. Today, the padaung tribes that are most well known are scattered along the Thailand border and refugee shelters. Because the padaung are so exotic looking to outsiders, they have become a major tourist attraction, drawing in people from all over the globe. Because of the tourism, people exploit the padaung people for money by setting up guided tours and souvenir shops around their tribes. Enculturation is beginning to happen with younger generations. The elder women of the padaung tribes still wear their neck rings, but younger generations are beginning to abandon this tradition. Who knows how long this ancient culture will be around? Maybe this is another reason they have become such a tourist hotspot. What I do know is that for such a small group, they have come a long way and they deserve our respect.